Okay, so here we are. We will fly today from Zakynthos in Greece to Crete to what's that city called? Let me check it. Where is it? Oh, sorry, I forget it. To Crete. And actually, there is bad weather, and because there are overcast clouds in 400 feet, and if I remember it correctly, minimums for airnav approach are 800 feet actually. So we will probably not make it, so we will just try to land there, and then we will probably have to divert to our alternate airport, which is Santorini. Right, so I'm just gonna request some catering here. And hi again, Melidor. Let's see UCI Olympics. Okay, we have no ground power available here, so just gonna start batteries, test fire warnings, and start APU. And for today's flight, I will show you it here on PFPX. We will depart from Zakynthos, fly here at ARA, ARA viewer. I will show you a direct entry, the easiest one. Then here on that Tripolis viewer, I will show you halt with parallel entry on a radial and with nautical miles outbound leg. And then we will continue to Heraklion. Is that? Yeah, we will continue to Heraklion. There we will try to land, but as I said, I don't think we will actually make it. So probably we will need to divert here to island of Santorini. And there actually I will show you a little small cheat from real world, and we will use teardrop entry for that. Hi Arzabiko, welcome. Right, so AP on a bus, starting fuel pumps, and IRS is already open, right doors. We'll open right doors. So let's finish it here.
Traffic.
Airbus fan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so we will align our irises, and as I said, we are flying from Zakynthos to Heraklion? Yeah, Heraklion. I have to write it somewhere, I'm forgetting it all the time. Right, Heraklion. So let me just check weather here at Zakynthos, and we have 200 degrees 9 knots, so it will be runway 16. Runway 16, not in database. Oh, I have wrong airport. I'm a Golf Zulu Alpha. Yeah, that's better. So now runway 16? Yes. Flight number Windmill 5 Juliet Kill. So for departure, I'm gonna show you it here. I'm actually using Jeppesen charts today. And so we will depart. We'll continue radial 160 from Zakynthos VR. At 10 miles from Zakynthos, right turn, maximum 210 knots, bank 15 degrees. It will be a long turn, you can trust me. And then we will return on some heading to the VR. Continue on radial 359, cross 22 DME Zakynthos at or above flight level 160. And turn right at maximum 230 knots, again bank 15 degrees. Honestly, I don't know why they do have it here, but okay, it's there. And then we'll continue here at Arakos viewer and we'll perform our first holding here. Okay, so I'm gonna select, it was one Foxtrot or X-ray, it was one, oh, 5 hotel. Something's wrong here. Oh, here it is 5 hotel. I'm blind. Right, so I'll go 5 hotel, and then it's easy route, UL612 Russos, and then direct to Apollo. So UL612 to Russos, and then direct to Apollo. Right, activate. I'm just gonna check it. And yes, it looks good. And just to clarify, I will not fly anything using Crete data today, because I want you to see everything on my navigation display, and especially those holdings. Maybe later we can do some training all together to try fly some holdings using Crete data, but not today. Maybe I can fly departure using Crete data, and then in Heraklion I will definitely use AirNav approach, because it has lower minimums than VR1. So what it says, close doors, we will close doors. Right, so let's continue. Perfinity, so I will just copy 0 fuel weight, and here reverse. So as I said earlier, you will add alternate plus final reverse. So we have 1455 plus 896, and is 2.4 actually by 2 kilograms, 2.4 tons. So let's put here 2.4 tons. Cost index I'm using 25, and cruise level 390. Let's see if we will make it. Right, anyone? I haven't actually calculated anything. Let's correct it. Yeah, here's the cat. Oops, I have moved something. Good. So Topcat. I'm gonna cheat again a little bit, because Topcat doesn't have 737-600 here. It's sad. Oh, I'm using 700, but don't tell anyone. So 0 fuel weight, we have 49363, and fuel on board 5.3 tons. Oops, 5.3 tons. And takeoff weight 54663. I think it's good. 547 here is actually, so yeah, it's good. Let's update to weather. I have wrong airport here. Okay, runway 16. Again update weather. Flaps will use 5, and rest looks good. So, margin 500 meters, that's a lot. Anyway, the rated thrust 2 and selected temperature 35. Let's put it there. Flaps will be 5. Let's go PCG. And this speeds 124, 125, 128. 124, 125, 128. Now I'll show you a little trick in the NGX you can use when you want to know how long you will have to wait for IRSs to align. You will go just here to the upper overhead and switch this dial to heading / status, and here in the right part of the display you will have total minutes remaining. Now I have IRSs aligned. Maybe here you can see it on the right one. It says 1, so less than 1 minute is actually remaining until IRSs are aligned. So that was just a quick tip for you. And you can see that left ones are aligned and right ones will be aligned soon. So let's actually test EGPWS.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear.
And set MCP.
Pull up. Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Glide slow. Bank angle. Bank angle. Minimums. 500. 400. 300. 200.
Alright.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain. Caution. Terrain. 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 Pull up.
So let's test TCAST, then I will test Weather Radar, and it will be almost all. So let's test Weather Radar, another my favorite sound.
Radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
I just turn it off. So viewer frequency. I have to close the tutorial. This as well, and this as well. Right. So 110.8. Let's put it here. And yes, we have signal. So squawk, let's save it on 2000. And let's jump. Yeah, here I have checklist. So I'll leave it here. So pre-flight checklist. Oxygen, I haven't done that, so let's test it. Test it 100%. Navigation, transfer, and display switches. Normal auto. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector. It's auto. I'm gonna just set cruising altitude. Flight instruments, heading 339, altimeters 1020 and 339 1020. Parking brake is not set, it's set now. Engine start levers cut off, and ACARS I don't have that. Flight directors are on. So pre-flight checklist complete, and I think we can actually do before start because we have everything done. So fuel pumps off, request departure here, yaw damper on, hydraulics on, We have some doors open, let's close them. And chocks, yes, we have chocks. Engine bleeds on and anti-collision light on. So let's continue again with checklist. So flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel, we have 5.3 tons, pumps on. Passenger signs on. ADRS, no, it's Airbus checklist. Windows locked. MCP V2128 heading 160, bank 15 set, and altitude flight level 390 set now. Takeoff speeds V1 124, V rotate 125, V2 128. CDU pre-flight complete, roger, and aileron trim 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Anti-collision light on before start checklist complete. So let's just turn oxygen there in the back and start number 2. So entry is rising, oil pressure as well. And 22, 23 and 2 enabling fuel. Actually it doesn't matter when you push those fire cutoff switches up, because this airplane has FADEC and it actually won't allow fuel there before the enough N2 rotation is present. So actually I can show you that even if I put it up immediately after I turn engine start switch to ground, actually nothing happens. I put it up and you can see that fuel flow here remains at 0 until sufficient N2 rotation. If I would do this in an airplane without FADEC, for example DC-9, MD-82, etc., I will actually get the hot start and have to let that engine cool down, and we have fuel flow now. Right, I'm checking right engine 2 for 6, looks good. Waiting for left engine to stabilize. And 18 and 1 pops off. Good, so generators are available, electricity. Pilot heat on, packs on again, isolation of auto, APU bleed off, engine start switches to continuous, APU let it off, auto brakes are set, flaps 5, and transponder on. And let's do before taxi checklist. So before taxi checklist, the generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice off, isolation valve auto, engine start switches continuous, recall I haven't done that, recall checked, auto brakes RTO, engine start levers idle detent, flight controls I'm gonna check them during taxi, and ground equipment is clear. Before taxi checklist complete. So let's go to runway. Taxi light, brakes off. And again just checking 2, 4 and 6, that's good. Starting time block of timing. Wow, pushback car here. That's thing I don't like on a GSX. It puts pushback cars everywhere. Even when you have manually selected that you don't want pushback to be there, pushback car is there. And what is this? Fire extinguishers? Looks like that. Yes. Yes, it's fire extinguisher. Interesting to see here. Right, anyway, test those flight controls. Yeah, looks good. And strobes on. I'm gonna arm VNAV. No, VNAV enough. No, I'm gonna fly with Warlock. And one then, so level change. Let's arm level change. Or they are actually active now, but as soon as I will activate Toga, they will come to be armed. And trim should be 5.73, so 5.73. Oh, perfect. So let's taxi to the end of runway, and I can do before takeoff checklist. I have flaps 2 actually, not 5. That's weird. Now it's at 5, good. Right, so before takeoff checklist, flaps 5 green light and stabilizer trim 5.73 units. Before takeoff checklist complete. Whisper, what do you mean by stopwatch? I think I don't understand you now. Wow, there's a bush just next to runway. Might be quite dangerous for engines. And yes, actually, here's no Bruno, so chat is quite calm now. All right, all is set. Decals on. I'm gonna leave terrain map there and take off. And Toga. Okay, so we have actually lost Warlock and level change, so I have to activate them later. Arzabiko, I'm using block of times, not times in flight, but I'm using block of times. So I have times now 3 minutes from blocks off. Right, V1 and rotate. Whoa, birds! I know I should not turn now, but it's because of safety. Gear up. What are they doing here? Okay, let's make a little bit unusual. After takeoff climb, but they are still following me. Hey, what's that? Anyway, Command A, and let's put their level change and Warlock. Good. So flaps up speed. They are still here. They are still here. It's quite scary. I think if Black Box will be here, he will have definitely at least one in his engines or in his engine. My Warlock is captured. I'm switching to 4 mode. Flaps 1. Arzubico, I'm not using time in the air, but I'm using a block of time. It means when I set parking brake off, I'll start these times, and as soon as I will arrive to a stand, I will actually speed. As soon as I arrive to stand, I will pause the time. So I'm not using time airborne, but time from parking brake off to parking brake on. Right, so let's do after takeoff procedures and checklist. Engine bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. What is transition altitude here? It's 8,000 feet. It will be long and lazy turn. So let's actually prepare it. It will be something. We have to turn right. Be something like that, and standard. That's here standard. 8.4 miles. I'm gonna bring instruments here. Luckily, I'm not that heavy, so I was able to retract my flaps. But sometimes, if I will have 800 or 900 variant, maybe I will probably fly on the flaps. Oops, no. Yeah, this is better. I will probably fly on the flaps 1 up to now, and this is terrible. At bank 15. Why? Yes, Melidor Boeing has the same, but it's automated here, and after the time my engines will actually change colors here. So I then don't need to do any timing here. It counts actually automatically for me, and it can be set. Think aircraft equipment. Maybe somewhere here, and you can change between 5 and no displays maybe. Yeah, it is EGT color change inhibit 5 or 10 minutes, and after this time, when you have or when you have high EGT, it will actually change the color to remind you that you should pull that off. Never ending turning. What's next? Speed restriction? 230 knots and bank 15. Lovely. Okay, let's actually return back to map mode. Yeah, Melidor probably it's needed on a plane which doesn't that automatically. I don't know how Majestic Q400 dash, how it is with these times. Don't know. But you don't need to do it on a 737. I don't know how 747 or 777, but it's one of things where 737 is better than Airbus. Actually, it's more automated in this thing. Right, so let's put their heading to VUR, and we have winds from left, so it should be something like this. Maybe I can put there direct now and use LNAV. And 230 is here, so I'm using VNAV then as well. And I will prepare my holding. And if you like, I can make you some exercise now. I can give you some inbound course. I can give you my course at which I'm approaching to the holding pattern, and you can tell me in the chat which hold will you choose, and we can take it like some challenge or a competition for you if you like. So are you interested in it? In this in-flight holding competition? It's quite easy. You can just use piece of paper and draw it there with approximate heading, and I'm using this all the time when I get some holdings. Airbus fan, yes. All right. So let's say, for example, you have inbound track of 310, and you are approaching at heading of 050. Which entry will you choose? Alright, Azabico contest, yes, that's the word. Alright, so inbound track 310, you are approaching at heading 050. Which heading will you choose? Yes, Airbus fan, direct. It will be quite hard to direct, but direct is correct. Alright, so let's take inbound course of 200, and your heading is 350. No Arzabico parallel is not possible in this case. It will be direct. Maybe teardrop, but direct is better. Alright, so inbound course 200, and your heading is 350. Which entry will you choose? Teardrop Airbus fan is correct answer. Yes, Arzabico, teardrop is correct, and Vespral parallel is not good answer. I will try to draw every holding here and explain it. So first we had inbound course approximately 310, and your course was approximately 050 here. So you will hold here and join it via direct. Next, now we had inbound course of 020, and you were approaching at 350. Oh, here 350. So you will join teardrop entry and hold and hold and hold. Right, so now let's have an easy one. So inbound course will be 270, and you are approaching on heading 080. So inbound course 270, and you are approaching on heading 080. Teardrop again, and that's correct, Airbus fan. I will draw it here. Oh no, it's my hold. This was ISO. No, parallel is not correct, Arzobiko, unfortunately. You have inbound course of 270. Let's make extended line of it. And you are approaching from 080. Sorry, correct one is teardrop, but actually there it's rule of thumb, let's call it, if it's within 10 degrees you can actually use both possibilities. So parallel would be also acceptable now, but it's well, let's call it acceptable, but it's not correct, if you understand it, Arzobiko. I'm sorry. So now let's have inbound course of 240, and you are approaching at heading 090. Okay, so inbound course 240, and you are approaching on heading 090. So Arzobiko, what do you think? Parallel. And parallel is correct, yes. If I will paint it here again, we have 240 approximately, and we are approaching at 090, so parallel is correct answer. Well done. Right, now I will stop it for a short time, because I'm approaching to ARA VUR, and that is my first holding point. And so let's hold over ARA at inbound course 090 and right hand pattern. It will be the easiest one. So I'm pressing hold, selecting ARA, and inbound course 090, checking if here are right turns, and leg time 1.5 minutes, because we are above for flight level 140. So I think execute, and we have hold here. Now what it gives me? It gives me hold avail. That's time I told you about earlier. But I'm not happy with these 13 minutes here. It's too low for our flight now. And it calculates best speed. As I told you, above flight level 140 is maximum speed 265 knots, but it's not the optimal one. And there's a rule actually that you have to have your maximum speed 3 minutes before that halt. So with speed we are good, and we are now reducing our speed to that best halt speed. Yeah, Airbus fan is really good, and Arzobiko also great job here. And later, after this first halt, I'll give you some address, and you'll be master of halt entries at the end of this stream. Westpel was calculating capacity of his dishwasher. Okay. Good to know. Alright, so yeah, turning now. And it's actually limited to 25 bank. I'm not gonna push it any further, because we are really high for a hold. Holding at flight level 390 is not what you see on an everyday flight. And yeah, we have here those hold away 0. This is hours plus 15 minutes. So if I will actually been given hold to expect for more than 15 minutes, I can inform ATC that I am able to hold only for 15 minutes, and then he can decide if he will recommend me to divert even now, so I will have plus 15 minutes of flight time and I will not burn it in this hold, or maybe he can say, okay, I will find a gap for you and in 15 minutes you'll be out. So it's good to have these numbers, and now it's actually 19 minutes because we were climbing previously, so we had greater fuel flow. Now as fuel flow is it's getting lower, this hold availability is actually rising, so we can hold here for 19 minutes and it will be still okay. So this was quite easy one, and now I am even not using chronos because I'm flying it using LNAV. The airplane is capable of flying hold entries. The next one I will fly using raw data, but this one not yet. And when I'm using autopilot, I'm guaranteed actually by Airbus that it measures. You can see it now, as it has increased the hold pattern to actually get to that 1 minute outbound leg. Okay, so let's not lose time now because it's just boring direct entry. So if I'm gonna hit exit hold now, let's say ATC says me windmill 5 jet kill exit hold. I'm hitting exit hold, executing, exit is armed, and it will proceed direct to this fix, and after it will continue on my route. So when you get instruction from ATC to exit hold, you will exit that hold immediately. And now passengers are are thinking, what am I doing? Alright, so lights off, I forgot it, and seatbelts. Brilliant, yes, actually, but it will be in the end of a stream, and it will be teardrop entry using raw data. Now next hold will be actually performed on a radial between two DMEs, and it will be flown again by LNAV because holding on a radial and DME it's quite hard and quite challenge even at these altitudes. So I will fly it using LNAV and normal map mode, but then I will show you little trick during approach to our alternate airport, and then I will fly it using raw data, and I will fly whole approach by raw data. VM out, hello, not sure if showed before, but maybe could you show us to do an en-route hold or hold on a present position? Thanks. VM out, I'm doing en-route hold right now, or I don't know what you exactly mean, but hold on present position it can do only VFR flights. If you are flying VFR, you can be given from control hold on present position right hand patterns, but by IFR it's not possible. As I said previously on a Discord, on a voice channel, there are two possibilities. First, that hold is actually present in a chart, for example like here at the Gonzo. So you have it here with all information, so you know that fix is Gonzo, sorry. Then you have your inbound course, which is 233, your outbound leg, and etc. Or you can be given non-standard hold, for example here on Apollo, for example, and you'll be given some call sign and hold over Apollo, inbound track 155, outbound leg 1.5 minute right hand patterns. And it means that you will approach here and you have hold over Apollo, inbound track is 155, it's this route, right hand patterns, and unbound leg 1.5 minute. The vertical speed is also limited on a hold, isn't it, to 1000 feet per minute? Actually, Arzobiko, I don't know it, but I don't think so. No, I didn't find this information anywhere, and don't know. So we have 3.7 tons of fuel. At destination we are expecting 3 tons to have. It's not that optimal I would have for this scenario, but let's fly with it. And beam out, thanks, no problem. And actually I will show you it now, because we have 40 miles to TRL. VUR, I don't remember what is it, and it's triple S VUR. So let's say that now I have been given by TC so instructions, so it would sound like this: windmill 5 Juliet Kilo, hold at triple S VUR radial 122 radial 122 outbound between DME 25 and 31 miles, right allocation left hand pattern. So triple S VUR radial 122 between DME 25 and 31 and left hand patterns, inbound track 010. I didn't say that. So as I said, this will be quite a challenge to fly, but it will be quite a challenge, and I will be definitely flying it using this VUR mode, so you will not be able to see anything. So I'm actually gonna put it manually into FMC now. So radial 122, distance is 25 dm. Actually I had a mistake, I found it right now. I said hold between DME 25 and 31 and inbound track 010. That's not correct. If you're given radial and hold at DME 25 and 31, you can be pretty sure that your inbound track will be that radial, but in opposite. Radial inbound actually. But now for a training purpose, let's hold on DME 25. Wrong. No, do like this, and radial 122, 25 miles, and here below it, yes, it's this one. Let's put it. It's actually on the route, so I didn't want to fly too far away from our route. And again, let's hit halt. Let's use this manually created radial waypoint, and we had 010 inbound leg and left hand patterns, and the leg distance is 6 miles. I'm gonna execute it now, and so this will be another challenge for you, competition. So I will approach definitely on a heading of 122. My inbound track is 010 and left hand patterns. Which entry will I use? So once again, approaching on heading 122, inbound track is 010 and left hand patterns. It's quite hard with left turns. It's an unusual one. Maybe if you have really big monitor, you can see that the hold is actually drawn here on my navigation display, but Airbus fan, yes, parallel is correct. I will again paint it here. So inbound track 010 will look something like this, with left hand patterns, and I'm approaching 122, so it's let's say something like this. So I will overfly this fix here and use classic parallel entry, but for a left hand pattern. And maybe I can leave it on L nav to see how airplane does it, or no, I'll do it manually. I will not risk nothing. So here we have deceleration point, and what does it mean is that we are now flying at best cruise speed of Mach 0.78, 214 knots indicated, but Mach 0.78, and best hold speed calculated by FMC is 207 knots. So here at this point it will start to decelerate to these 207 knots of best hold speed. And I'm gonna slowly prepare it. So we have inbound 010, so outbound will definitely be 190. And then I have here top of descent, so I will start my... Actually I can do it in a holding to prepare my approach to Heraklion, but let's check weather once more. And it's still the same, overcast, 400 feet. So it's decelerating now. We have passed this decelerate point. And actually, if I would be super precise, I can put here radar 122, tune that Tripolis, I think it was VUR, and fly it on a radial. Arzabico, I'm not sure now with Airbus if it does or doesn't, but this deceleration point is definitely in a Boeing mostly seen when you have to decelerate when passing 10,000 feet to decelerate to 250 knots, and maybe in Airbus I think it's green dot. So maybe let's check it next time if there isn't any green dot beforehand. And we are actually almost in a yellow area. No, it made it. Good. Right, so yeah, fight on a heading now. 30 bank angle definitely. And what comes now? As soon as I will cross this this waypoint, I will turn right to track 190. I have to compensate this strong wind from right side, and I will start my clocks, chronos, and after 1 minute I will make right turn back to the airport. Back to the not airport, sorry. So I'm turning now, and starting time. Anything interesting here on the ground? Probably not. So what do we have outside? Oh my god! We are spraying! You see these chemtrails? Oh, not good. Alright, so we are almost there, and yeah, track 190, and we are almost past that 1 minute. And 1 minute now, so I'm returning back. Yeah, I'm quite high, quite fast. I have trail speed of almost 400 knots. It's again, it's not ideal to hold at these altitudes, at these speeds. You will see later on the ground that this parallel won't be actually that far away from the holding pattern, but it's because for that speed and altitude. Airbus fan, I think that Arzabico means yes, deceleration point. Yeah, Airbus, I mean FS Lab. And Airbus fan, I think that Arzabico means that I think it's green dot. It's meant to be deceleration point. Maybe I can try to find it on the internet. So alright, so here's nothing. Yes, this is it. I'm actually in holding, so I'm gonna enable LNAV now, and ooh, where am I now? Yeah, should be it. And I think that Arzabi comment this pink dot or purple dot maybe, and so I think this is the same deceleration point as I have here in an Airbus, so that's what Arzabiko was talking about. So we have fuel for another 12 minutes in hold, but I'm gonna exit it now. Armel nav, execute, because once again it's not ideal to hold at these high altitudes. Alright, so let's move to descent preparation. So we will fly here to Apollo. It's indicated as well. Yeah, so maybe Fun. I don't know it. You can try it next time. Actually, turn off these chronos, and so we'll fly to Apollo. I'm gonna use this outer DME arc of 19 miles. Go to Gonzo. I think this hold is mandatory racetrack, sometimes called, so I have to delete it then. And then I will fly AirNav, as I said, because AirNav has minimum descent altitude, or decision altitude, in this case is the same, of 830 feet altitude above mean sea level. And VR approach has, I think, 1100 feet. So that's yes, we have in a meteor overcast is 400 feet actually. So let's give it a try. I don't think we will make it, but yeah, let's give it a try. Actually, just another quick tip. I don't know if Black Box mentioned it yet. Do you know what's different between decision altitude and minimum? Sorry, between decision altitude and minimum descent altitude, or decision height or minimum descent height? Do you know the difference between these two